All right, everybody. We're back for another edition of the Ripping the Lip podcast. Got my good buddies, Coach and Racing Jason, with me tonight.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
What's up, y'all? What's up, world?
So, we're coming off of Speedweeks is officially over. It has come to an end. We'll kind of give our ins and outs on thoughts and opinions on what all happened. Jason, what you got on your mind tonight?
Well, what did we learn from Florida? What did we learn?
We learned RTJ is on top as he was when he ended last year.
I don't think he's on top.
You don't think he's on top?
No.
Damn.
I think Superman's coming back to play this year.
Superman's up there, but I still think RTJ's.
I'll tell you my first impression though. So last year you only had one or two guys. You've got about four guys that it looks like it's going to be 4 to 5 people that could basically win every race the rest of the season right now, just the way they're running.
I got breaking news though. Don't know how deep this goes. Don't know how serious this is, but according to my race pass, there's a certain driver on my race pass that has switched from Lucas Oil to the World of Outlaws. Now, like I said, it's not on his personal schedule on his website, but according to my race pass, this guy has switched from Lucas Oil to the World of Outlaws. Just saying.
So I will say this. I do know RTJ is second in outlaw points compared to fourth in Lucas points.
Not him.
So I don't know if that's him, but I like the sound of that because that's one less top guy I got to deal with our team in Lucas.
All I can tell you is after last night, there was a lot of outlaw drivers that are going, "Woo, I'm glad this is over with."
Yes, because
because here in a couple of weeks they're gonna move up the ladder a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got 2 more weeks. When we race, that first week is Outlaws are in Swainsboro and Lucas is in Atomic and Brownstown. So that's where you're gonna find out who goes where.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna hear all these rumblings where everybody's gonna go. We'll find out then because you got about 2 weeks for everybody to think of what they're gonna do right now.
Oh yeah.
And to look at where they are in their points.
Yeah. Yeah. There's several guys over there looking.
Yeah. And you've got some. Moran has been my pick from the beginning of the year to win the Lucas Championship.
And
show speed.
Yes,
he's. And then when I see that team, because we're always generally kind of parked semi-close to them, to see,
yeah,
he's going to be a force to reckon with. Plus, he's helped me out a couple of times, so
yeah.
and he's such a nice guy, dude. You see him walk around, he's such a nice guy, man. So yeah, I'm a big fan of his.
Oh, good deal.
You think a lot of Lucas guys are going to go to Smoky Mountain for World of Outlaws the 14th?
I would guarantee you Moran's going to be there.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Him too, Roger Sellers. Yeah.
Yeah, Moran's going to be there. Look at it. You got to think about this too. Lucas does go there in June. I mean, if I'm a team that's running Lucas and we're not running that race, and we got a budget to do it, I'm going because that gives me practice on that track before our series race come June.
Yeah.
Because that's the race. Lucas goes there the weekend after Eldora.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wanting to say it might be is the Outlaws race or the Lucas race for $50,000?
I think it's Lucas.
I'm wanting to say it's $50,000 for Lucas. So if I'm one of them top tier teams, we're going to that,
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good practice.
Because some people still haven't been there since they reconfigured it and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a different track compared to what it was. So
it's different, all right. It's different, all right.
I'm just ready to get back to seeing some old fashioned regular track prep. I've seen some stuff in Florida I ain't never seen before. And I thought, I ain't gonna say nothing bad, but mind boggling things is what I seen in Florida. Yeah. Seen a guy standing on a tractor with a water hose. I'd never seen that one before. And I don't think anybody in them pits had seen that before either, because we're all looking like, what is he doing right now? And dang sure enough, he's got a little water hose with a little spray nozzle, just like in the backyard.
He's cleaning the wall off, man.
I'm going, this is interesting for sure. I've never also heard of a guy that's doing track prep get out of the tractor and start yelling at the drivers watching on the sidelines. I've never, like every track I've ever been to, the drivers, when they're waiting in track prep, they're watching.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the wildest things I'd ever heard of in my day. And the fact that one of my guys was out there when it happened, and he comes back and tells us, and we're like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, it's a couple of firsts there. It's a couple of firsts, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess when you go to a certain track in Florida, if you want to see track prep, get a drone, then you can watch all the track prep you want.
Yeah, good one.
That's another thing. These darn drones, man, they are these drone pictures are causing some controversies.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that. They were both sent to me, so I have absolutely no control over that.
And I'm literally parked beside the guy that it happened to, and me and him are talking about. I'm the one who told him about it, actually. How about that? So I'm like, dude, did you see this picture they've got of you and of your car right now? The drone picture? He's like, what are you talking about? Because I was like, dude, there's all kinds of controversy all over X about this. And I showed it to him, and he's like, get out of here, man. Are you serious? They hounded him in tech for the rest of the week. Like, even as he is about to go out for hot laps, like literally in staging, they are measuring his car. Nothing illegal. His car is not illegal. But they start just measuring, and he's going like, man, dude, you getting me in right before I'm going out to hot laps?
You got to take care of business. But I didn't think it looked all that bad.
One of the last days we were there, the guy came, he said, look, man, that picture caused a lot of stuff. We had to look into it. You're legal, you're good, no issues anywhere. So, good luck.
I didn't think it looked all that bad.
Well, once again, I just want to plead my innocence. I had nothing to do with that. I did not post that picture. I had nothing to control that picture. Okay, there you go. All right.
And then I see the other picture pop up on Facebook. I'm like, oh God, here we go again.
Yeah, different.
And the bad thing is that drone can position itself in a certain way. Plus, at that point, the car is high up on your shocks because it's just fresh off the track. So from that angle and the way the car is sitting at that point makes it look way worse than it really is. It's not as bad as it looks on that drone in person.
Right.
But it looks yawed the heck out on them pictures. But the car is tilted at that angle. So when it's tilted like this and the drone is above it, of course it's going to look like it's more skewed in than it is.
Yeah.
So
maybe get body templates. I don't know, man.
I mean, I promise you, they measure those cars. They measure those cars. So yeah, we had a bit of some controversies coming out of Florida, man. But I'm gonna say this. I thought the racing was pretty good the entire Speedweeks. You had a lot of close finishes, man. As bad as some of the track prep craziness was, we ended up having some really good races. I don't know if people could see them as much on TV because on TV they kind of generally follow the top guys. But Bubba got a lot of crap for not having good racing. Uh, I'll go ahead and tell you from fifth on back in the pack, they were double filed the entire night, every night. And the only time it was not really double file was on the final night. It went bottom crazy for most part until right there at the end. So I mean, I thought they had great racing. The guy that did the track prep at All Tech was probably grinning ear from ear when that race happened after all that controversy happened.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be like, oh, see, I told y'all.
I mean, it is also a contributing factor to not having no other support classes.
Yeah.
When you don't have no other support classes to kind of work the track in, or, I mean, when you're having the mandatory track prep for the super late $100,000 track prep cars out there, I mean, that kind of sucks,
Yeah.
I mean, these teams are already having to spend a lot of money. And I didn't realize how much money goes into armbands for the pit guys.
Mm-hmm.
You pay every day for that. So there's a lot of money these teams have to fork out, man, and to go out there and have to pack the track too. That kind of sucks.
Kind of sucks, yeah. I
mean,
thought, from my standpoint, watching it from television, it was good racing. I wasn't disappointed with any of it. So, just glad
we
we got
really
some
haven't.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had no train races or anything like that.
No.
We haven't. I think the one race RTJ won by 8 seconds or so. Where was that at? Didn't RTJ win one by 8 seconds? But up until the final 15, 20 laps, it was a close race too. So
was that first night evolution, second night evolution?
I don't remember it. I'm wanting to say go. I don't even remember, dude. Because I'll be honest with you, I've raced so much. I've done got them all blurred together.
Forgot where you've been.
Yeah, that was evolution though. I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was the second night of Volusia.
Second night of Volusia.
Of the first trip to Volusia.
Okay, that's what it was. First trip to Volusia.
It was the first trip to Volusia. It wasn't in the past couple of weeks. It was way before I left for Speedweeks.
Okay. How do we feel about Volusia after this week?
I like
Yay and nay.
I think they did a great job keeping it up. Doing racing was good. Yeah, they did a great job,
man. It's just so big and so fast.
They did a great job. I get nothing against Volusia. I really don't. It changed my opinion some. If you bring the wall in, man, you got 500 feet of racetrack. You're only using 100 feet of it. Bring the wall in.
Yeah, I don't like that you got about a lane and a half. Now, when it widens out, to me, I love it so much better when it widens out. But when you've only got a groove and a half and you're wide open, I mean, you ain't got much room to do too much. But I will say this, as much as some of it was wide open, come the main event and the feature, it produced great racing.
It slowed down.
So,
I never seen a track under caution go from dry slick to back to racing, back to normal tracking conditions.
When you finally got them to go up and widen that groove out, which I seen some people talking about, why did they just pack it in for a groove and a half? Why not pack it all the way out of the track? But it's so big.
Yeah. And they finally when they roll the bottom back in, from getting all that rubber, that man, last 10 laps, that was pretty doggone good last night.
I'm telling you, man, every race I watched from Volusia, it was very entertaining for the future.
Yeah.
It's changed my mind. It's changed my mind.
Yeah, it's good. It was good, good product, man. Give us good racing. So.
And shout out to Taliban.
But now Speedweeks is in the rearview mirror. So the real season is about to start now.
Oh, it's the grind, baby. Here it comes. Get ready. Get ready.
Yeah.
It's the grind. Because I thought about it. I wasn't going to get my motel room reserved for Swainsboro for Board of Outlaws, but After Golden Owls, I'm not going through that.
Always wait, dude.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
A little bit of I don't never book a room until like a week before we go. Like anytime we went anywhere last year, I waited until about a week before we went because you want to watch that just in case until the last minute.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, obviously
Yeah.
it changes every 10 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But was there anything you disappointing that happened over Speed Weeks, that you
Well,
think
that
so?
was my next question.
Oh,
Who who disappointed us the most? Huddy. I got to say Huddy. Was Huddy
uh,
even there? I mean, I think I got to put Huddy on big
uh,
cards.
yeah.
I would say this. He has fought a ton of issues like the whole time at Bubba. Like he switched engines at one point at Bubba. I'm wanting to say he did that again at Volusia. He's had electrical problems. He has fought a ton of issues. Like when you think about guys with bad luck, Shirley is coming to the
Top of
top.
the list. Top of the list.
But Huddy has had some horrible,
Well,
he's been fast, but he's had just some bad luck, man. And I think at All Tech, something happened early on in the feature at All Tech. He was fast in. He came down, he was out at that point. Like I said, I watched them one morning. They were up till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, swapping out motors on cars there. So
did he even make the feature last night?
no, he had electrical issues because I seen a
Okay.
video yesterday of him zooming across the infield of the track. They've been fighting electrical issues on something the past couple of weeks, the past couple of days. I mean,
Yeah, because I mean, I feel bad for Brian Shirley. His was just wrong place, wrong time all
yeah, and
three
we
weeks.
unfortunately got caught up into
Yes,
some of that
yes, yes.
wrong
Yeah.
place at the wrong time. Couple times he just jumped the cushion. I actually watched that video yesterday of what happened with us hitting him. And he just there was a little bit of a cushion on the front straightaway, and he just kind of jumped it a little bit, and it just turned his car straight into the inside wall.
Yeah.
We had nowhere to go. All right, I'll tell a funny story while we're talking about this right here, okay? So, we hit him, and we're the car under caution. I'm looking at the car, and I'm like, it don't look too bad. Billy gets a phone call. They're like, yeah, the whole right side's messed up. The sail panels on the roof are all busted up. So then this wreck happens with Freddie Carpenter. Thankfully,
Mhm.
Freddie was okay. That was a bad, scary situation. I did talk to Freddie after the race. He was a little sore, but he was fine. But anyway, we're on the red flag for this. And we're going, man, I sure wish that we could see the other side of this car. We need to see how the damage looks on the side of this car, because we're at this point, I think we're in fourth. We're in the transfer spot of the heat race. So I see a guy walking across the track, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm going. I'm going to see what the car looks like. I took off running. I ran across the track from in the infield, from the hot pit, ran across the track. You had to run out, run through the gate, go in the concession area for the front straightaway stands. We were parked right past the start finish line. I get to the fence and I'm like, hey, he looks at me. Donald looks at me and I'm looking at the car and I'm like, oh God, the roof is like caved in. The whole sail
Oh
panels
man.
on the right side was broke completely off. The quarter and the door was jacked up. Luckily, it was not
Oh
on the
man.
tire. I don't know how, but when he hit him, he hit the roof of the car because when he turned it. So he looks at me and he's like, the roof is all messed up. I know. And I talked to him yesterday about this, and he was like, dude, I seen you right there. And I was like, are you? Wow. Wow. And he's like, the roof's all messed up. I was like, well, your tire's good. I was like, your tire's good. He said, okay. I was like, just effing send it. And when I said this, the whole crowd behind me, because I was so like amped up at that moment, because I mean, I just ran a good little ways to where I was at.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd behind me chanted it too.
Say this.
And then I ran back, and Donald said, I seen you run back across the track. But Donald told me, he said when he was in the car stopped, like he was yelling at some of the fans, like, "Is my tire okay?" And all they were like was like, "Whoa, you got it, man!"
Well, I'm glad you're a young man. You just wore me out talking about it.
I got back to the hot pit, man, and I was out of breath. I was whoo.
Man,
But I was like, all right, we're good to go. You know, our tire's good. It really don't look that bad. And, you know, it was pretty messed up. So we fell back a spot, but then we were able to start on the pole to be main. Will Harrington's whole crew jumps in on the car before it's even backed up into the trailer. They help us get back out, and we advance to the feature. I mean, obviously our car, and we didn't know this at the time, but the whole rear end was bent. Like the whole rear end is bent. So during that feature, the last night there, you know, we dealt with all these problems, and then we get into the A main. We come in, we're adjusting on it, ain't nothing working. And that's because the whole rear end was bent.
Oh wow.
So it bent the rear end when we hit Shirley. But the fact that, you know, the whole Will Harrington team jumping in on our car without us even asking, you know, one of their guys, he just jumped straight on top of the roof and starts ribboning down the roof. I'm getting the tires ready. We're trying to put gas in it. We're trying to get the door down, the fender down, and all this within like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, because we were like either the third or the fourth heat race. And then it goes like that. Like it goes so quick in between when you don't have no support classes. It goes so quick, man.
Y'all was in the last heat race, the B main. Y'all had the 10-minute horn sounded when Will did all that stuff.
Yeah, and then Will's about to go run the first B main, so Will's over there doing it. And then his wife looks at me and goes, "Does he need tear-offs on his helmet?" Will Harrington's wife grabs Donald's helmet, goes and puts tear-offs on his helmet, so we could get back out there. We finish the B main, we make it in, we're having to refix a bunch of other stuff and then get out for the A main. It was just a phenomenal effort by them guys for helping us. So, you know, shout out to Will Harrington's whole crew, man.
Shout out.
Brent guy, he's a great guy, man. Bruce Kane's amazing, man. That's a funny guy. Bruce Kane is a funny guy. And I tell you what, sucker's got a darn hot dog roller like you see in the convenience stores and stuff.
Yeah.
He made sure I ate good. I will say.
You showed me the picture of that. You showed me the picture. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So,
I heard after you running from the pits and everything, you'll be invited to the NFL Combine.
Yeah,
next
year. I don't know about all that. but I shocked Billy though. I shocked Billy because I was like, Billy, I'll go look. The next thing I know, I was gone. And I got back, and he was grinning from ear to ear. He was like, I can't believe you just went over there and did that. I was like, we're good to go, man. The tire's good. And then to talk to Donald afterwards, he was like, dude, I looked up, and you were standing right there. I was like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you got breaking news on your team. You want to say, or you want to save that for later on?
Well, we will be joining the Longhorn stable. We have a new Longhorn that we're supposed to get at the beginning of April. So we will be switching over to Longhorns. We got one car right now that we've got posted for sale. The other car, we're going to kind of run it. We also have potential on getting another car possibly before then, but that's not confirmed or anything yet. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll continue to run the double nickel that we've got right now. Old Faithful, she's a good car. So we're confident in that one to get us through at least till the next month until we get our new car. And then once we get down to think it's Georgetown, Hagerstown, and Port Royal. We should have new Clements inside of a new Longhorn.
Awesome.
So we're
Awesome.
very looking forward to that. That's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a lot of work to get. We got about 2.5 weeks to get that car ready. We got about a week because we need to go somewhere and test it to shake it down before we get up there. So that's
Hey,
gonna be a whole new set of tracks that we've never been to.
Swainsboro. Excuse me. Swainsboro.
Swainsboro's about 4 hours away from his house. So to me, if I think we're going testing, it's probably going to be somewhere that he has good knowledge of, which he is very good at Swainsboro. So there's a very good chance that we're going to be at Swainsboro for the Schaefer's Oil race here next weekend.
Awesome.
It depends on how things go. We're waiting for a bunch of parts for the rear end to come back now. So long as we can get the car, because the car is completely stripped down right now. I'll be going back there Tuesday morning. And then we basically got next week to get the car back full shape. That's why we're having to try to get another. We got to make sure we have 2 cars.
Yeah.
So depending on how that kind of situation unfolds, it will be determining if we'll be at Swainsboro, Sonoya, and Cherokee for March Madness. I know Cherokee's the main one that we're going to be probably pushing for. But when you look at the amount of checks that Donald has on his wall from Swainsboro.
Yeah. You gotta tell me. I know he runs good there. You ain't gotta tell me. But I just want to let y'all know this. Just think about this before y'all think about Saint Sonoya. The Cup Series at Atlanta this weekend coming up. So yeah, you might want to reconsider that.
Well, see, Sonoya is the closer one to the shop. Sonoya is probably only an hour away from the shop.
Hey, I get it.
But that's going to be all determined by our car situation. Are we ready to go? Obviously, the Lucas Oil Series is our main focus, and we want to make sure we're good to go for Atomic in Brownstown come mid-March.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Obviously, that's a car owner question. If he wants to race, we're going to race. Donald wants to race because Donald is very good at all 3 of those tracks. So if we went to all 3 of them, I would say I'd have a pretty good shot at going to my very first victory lane.
I can't wait till that happens.
That's going to
be fun for all of us.
Yeah.
That'll be cool, man.
That'll be fun for all of us.
Might do a Zoom call like this right here.
Oh, yeah.
From victory lane.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I kind of like that idea, actually.
All right, what do y'all think about this? How about Max Blair? I think Max Blair has showed some improvement too, man.
Max Blair, he had a great Speedweeks. He should be proud of himself. He had a great Speedweeks.
Max Blair is an underrated driver to me. Max Blair has a lot of talent. He proved that to me when he came a couple of years ago. That wasn't Jason. That he came down here and won the Outlaws race at Cherokee for like 25,000.
Yes.
Like when he came down here, not really ever have been down here, and he won that race. That he earned my respect right there. We obviously know he is dang good up in that Pennsylvania area and that whole area around there. So
he keeps getting better. He keeps getting better, just like Ethan Dotson and his group.
Ethan was going to win that race Friday night.
Man. I did too.
He was coming, man. I said the lap before because me and Donald was watching, and I was like, dude, Ethan's coming. He's about to get him. And then the next thing I know,
bam. RTJ jumped that cushion and bam, just nailed
that
him.
Cushion's evil, man. You hit that cushion just right. And it was the same way at Bubba, man. If you hit that cushion wrong at Bubba and jumped it, it was about to do some damage, man. We have seen, and last year's version of me would have been drooling this whole Speedweeks. But the amount of tore up race cars we have seen in the past couple weeks, just think about it.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of tore up race cars.
We have. That's Michael Brown. That's Michael Brown.
Yeah, Michael Brown puts a brand new car on the track.
Brand new Longhorn.
Yeah.
Brand new Longhorn.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
I mean, there's been at least 5 people that's probably destroyed a brand new car within the first week of they having it on the track at Speedweeks, at least.
Yeah.
Agree with that too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, I've never seen so many cars get put on the hook in qualifying and just hot laps as I did at Alltech. I mean, it was. We were waiting and staging, and the tractor would drop off one car, and the tractor would go back and have to get another car. And
Yeah.
I'm like, good gracious, man!
Look how many cars G.R. Smith went through with Drake.
10 more laps that one night with Drake, he would have won one of them nights at Bubba because he had a fast car.
Yeah, he never gave up, man. He had a good race car last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That caution killed him, man.
Mm-hmm.
JD was coming though. JD was coming up there. Well, went from 5 seconds to
I didn't get to see last night, Trace. I was driving home, so I didn't get to see that one. But I did call JD to win that one yesterday. So
Yeah, you did good. You did good. I called Alverson to win it. So
Alberson has been, he's one I could see switching to the Outlaws because Alberson has won 2 races now with the Outlaws.
Mm-hmm.
But now Alberson has just looked strong, period, the whole of Speedweeks. Man, Alberson is going to be a threat. Either series he goes to, he's going to be a threat for the championship.
yeah.
Because they've had some rocky nights. I watched them till about 2 o'clock in the morning, switching over to a backup car in the middle of the night. I'm not gonna lie, their guy who does their signals and their truck driver. I don't know what your name is, man. I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is, but he is the most badass truck driver I have ever seen in my life. If y'all would have seen what he had to put Dylan McCowan's hauler in the spot that he had to at Bubba, it blew my mind to watch it, and I am very happy I was able to watch him do what he did, because to put that trailer where he put it, because you're assigned spots at Bubba, so it's not for. They got there Dylan McCowan got there very late, and in their spot you got Leach on one side, and then you got Poncho Lawler on the other side, and then you've already got all these haulers in the middle. And I mean, then you got a telephone pole right there too that was in between. And yeah, bravo to that guy. I'm gonna find out his name and I'm gonna give him a good, proper shout out on here, because Brian, you would have been impressed, man.
Well, that one night when you next time you drive in and you're late and everybody else is asleep, you better holler at him to back you in.
Yeah, because they went and got him to come park that hauler for them.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, because it was insanely impressive how he parked that hauler, man. So Garrett Alberson's a truck driver, and he's the guy that you always see, like at Volusia, they kept showing Alberson with the gloves. That's him. He's a bigger guy with a beard. Real cool dude, man. Real cool. Got to know him, hang out with him a little bit at Bubba. That
he's
was
a wheel man too, then.
Oh yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, and I straight out told him to his face, dude. I was like, dude, I thought no way in heck you were about to put it in there, but you did, man. You're impressive. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I wish I would have filmed it, and me and him talked about this too. He was like, I wish somebody would have, and I was like, dude, because literally you could not fit your hand in between hit that hauler and Michael Leach's hauler at one point, and he ended up getting great space on both sides. So, hands down to him.
It's not his first rodeo, I guarantee it.
And big shout out to Michael Leach last night. He did a prayer before the race started. That was pretty cool. Evolution last night,
and he made the amen last night too.
Yeah, first one this week. All right, I got this written down. Okay, what's the best track during Speed Weeks? What's the best track?
Golden House.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. All right, let me go back. Florida. What's the best track in Florida? We know Golden House is a gym. We know that. I'll take Golden House over all 3, but go ahead.
I kind of like the Ocala Bubba because of the way it was shaped and the way it was a different track every night. I mean, that place changed every day.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know what you were getting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Volusia's
Ocala
good
is,
too. They're good. They're all good.
I'm gonna say all tech,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
but I loved Ocala, man.
Yeah,
I
Kyler was
mean,
good. Mm-hmm.
I like little weird little niche tracks, kind of like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my only complaint is if that race, you know how when the feature on the Knights of Ocala was, if the track would have started the night like that, the track needed to slow
Mm-hmm.
down about a second and a half. We were running so fast around there. If it would have went into like the 16-second bracket, like the racing was already good, but the racing would have been flat out amazing if it was just a little bit slower. It was so fast, man. You just don't you're not don't have a whole lot of room for error. At All Tech, the it would drop off big time.
Big time.
Yeah.
It would
That's what
drop off big time.
that's what I liked about
Um,
it. I mean, you know,
and I thought there was phenomenal racing. I mean, at both of them, but I mean, Volusia had phenomenal racing there too. So I'm not gonna say anything bad about any of the three tracks because I thought they
uh,
all had
yeah.
amazing racing. To be honest with
Yeah.
you, I haven't seen really a bad race this year. So
Not yet. Not yet.
I would say all tech. You know what all tech reminded me of, y'all? Sonoya, the way it slicked off.
oh, I loved when it slicked off. If you don't notice, we were very
Yeah,
good when it slicked off.
that's,
And I'm
that's what
telling
I'm
you
saying. I
right
said, man,
now,
damn.
if it wouldn't have been for that caution, we would have finished second that one night at All Tech.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree
The
with you.
I
the
agree.
tires sealed off under caution, and after that, it was done.
Yeah.
You
I was thinking, I said, man, D-Mac looks right at home. Is this Sonoya? Am I watching Sonoya? He was, he was right.
He loves those slicked off tracks. When it gets slick and slimy, he is
Yeah.
he knows how to drive it, man. I'm telling you, you let us get to some slick, slimy tracks this year, we're gonna turn some heads.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. Man, especially when I get some of that black dirt. Oh man, in Illinois. Oh man,
I'm real interested to see how we do up around that area.
Brownstown's gonna be. I think D-Mac's gonna be good at Brownstown. I really do.
It just depends on what
That
kind of
might be.
track Brownstown has. Brownstown somehow has a rough track, and sometimes it's glass smooth, man. I mean, he's
Well,
never been to a time. I think he's been to Atomic, but he's never been to. Yeah, I think he's been to Brownstown one time too.
he has been at Brownstown.
I think he's been there one time, but he is very excited to go to both of them. So
I'm very excited for y'all to go.
Yeah, no doubt.
it's gonna be cool, man. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I was dead tired after Speedweeks. Now I did drive home from All Tech after Saturday night. I got home about 5:30 in the morning. I slept all day Sunday. I slept all day Monday. Come Tuesday though, I was ready to go.
Yeah.
I was ready to get back at it, man.
You were on adrenaline coming home. You was ready to get
Oh
home.
yeah. Jason
Yeah.
talked to me for about an hour at one point, that helped a lot. After that, it kind of hurt me right back up. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think about 2:30 in the morning. Smoke calls me, had me on the phone almost 5. I was like, man, it is what
At one
that
point, I
is.
was like, "Yeah, man, I'll let you go, man. I'm awake now, man. I
How far,
appreciate
how far are you?
talking."
How far are you out from the house? Oh, about 30 minutes, man. I just crossed the PD bridge. I said, all right.
I'm glad he didn't call me. I wouldn't have answered.
Well, I knew, like, I called him a little bit after I got on the road because I knew he was still coming. He wasn't home yet, but apparently, when I called him, I think he had just got home or something.
I
Yeah.
just
But,
pulled in the yard. I just
yeah.
pulled in the yard.
So,
Well,
like, I figured he didn't leave until like 12,
yeah.
but I
Well,
guess he left way before then.
I was texting you when you were making your video because I watched your video that you made, that hour-long video that you posted. Um, I was giving you race updates because you was wondering if
Yep.
they were still racing. I'm like, yeah, they're still racing because I had done something that night. I don't remember what I did. I was coming home. I came home late myself, and Found that. So yeah.
So yeah, shout out to you, Jason. What you got on your mind? We can go through one more topic tonight. What's it gonna be, man?
All right, I got this written down. We got to take Fairbury out of this equation because it would not be fair to any other track. If you were going to build a racetrack anywhere in the country, what would you figure? What you configure it after? And no Fairbury, because we all know the.
Go ahead, Smoke.
I mean, I want something like East Bay.
Okay.
I want something like East Bay.
Okay.
I'll say this also, man. I'm a small track guy. I like little bull rings.
Mm-hmm.
I like little small tracks. I like little small racy tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So you give me something like East Bay with that black dirt, that
Mhm.
Farmer City or Fairbury,
Mm-hmm.
some of that dirt, or even like the gumbo that's like Sonoya and Swainsboro.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you got three grooves good, that you've got a steady three groove track good bit, but it has a good little bit of speed to it. I don't want them to be putting around there at 10 miles an hour either, but
Mm-hmm.
Fairbury is very unique because Fairbury, as small as it is, they barely come off the gas. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I like a small racy track. Give me some high banks. Let me 3 wide. I want the dirt when it comes off the tires. I want it to stick to you when it hits you. I don't want it to bounce
yeah.
off. I want it to stick to you. So Clarksville, a perfect example of that. It's a racy place. I'd take something about that size. I'm not a big motor guy as far as the big tracks. I want something that's you gotta race, not just drive. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I want small, racy,
Mm-hmm.
banked. I don't like flat. I want some
Mm-mm.
banking.
Give me semi. I'd be happy with semi bank. The track that came in my mind, taking February out of the equation, like I said, Davenport Speedway. I love Davenport.
Davenport's,
Yeah.
yeah, because you got multi grooves at Davenport. You
Mhm.
can
I
you
wish
ever
Lucas was going to Davenport.
Yeah.
man, you get that bottom groove figured out at Davenport, you're dangerous.
Yeah,
You're dangerous.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Davenport's nice. Go ahead. Want to mention this real quick. It's free. It helps us out. If y'all could just go ahead, give us a like, subscribe, comment on something. We greatly appreciate it. That helps
yes.
us, do more what we can to do for y'all, to give y'all some more behind the scenes stuff that we've got coming up. This year is about to get crazy. We're gonna have a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I've actually got a giveaway that I want to do. Me and Donald is gonna do a giveaway. And I'll actually talk about it right now. Um, we're going to ask a little trivia question. Jason, I know you know this answer, so unfortunately, you are not included in this.
What? What?
But and then what we'll do is whoever wins this, the first person to comment the correct answer on this feed right here to the question that I'm going to ask will win a signed item of Donald from Eldora. The question is going to be, what engine does he tip it? Jason's also going to throw in a koozie for this giveaway here. What engine has Donald used at Eldora? And the first person that can give me the answer to that engine um, will win a signed autographed item from him that he has raced at Eldora. So whoever comments first and gets that right, get with me. I'll send out a message to you, and I'll be all over the place this year for the Lucas Tour. So we will find a way to get it to you. If it's somebody semi-local, maybe Jason can get it to you. So, or maybe we'll get with Brian and he can get it to you. But either way,
Yeah.
we will get it to you. So whoever answers that question, what engine has Donald McIntosh drove at Eldora?
Dun, 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 dun,
So
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
let y'all get back to us on that.
dun.
And also,
Jason, you got anything last you want to close out tonight with that's kind of interesting, or we got a few more minutes?
Well, I mean, I can go. I mean, we ain't got time. I'm gonna go do some more drivers. Cody Overton. Shout out to Cody Overton. He's had a pretty good week. Brandon Overton's had a pretty good week. Show some muscle. Cade Diller's had a pretty good week too.
Cade has showed. There's been a lot of guys that has showed some speed this last couple weeks, man.
Hoffman
as well.
Especially with that qualified debacle he had last night. That was funny. That was funny.
Okay, all right. This is something else I want to talk about then. All right. So me and Donald has been talking about this also. Why at Volusia do they change up almost every night where you enter the pit area? You have like Hoffman basically crashed his car so he would not lose his lap. Moran also did it. He almost hit the wall. McCready, I believe, missed it. One night you're going in off of 2. The next night you're coming in off of 4. So I know even if it's just heat races or qualifying, you come in off of 2, and the races you come in off of 4. Can we just get it the same, because it's so confusing? You won't have guys basically about to wreck their cars to come into the pits, man. I don't understand that really right there at all.
I don't either. It kind of threw me off too. I was like, okay, what are we doing? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, and then you're going to penalize somebody their lap because they come in on, and I get it. You want them to come in a specific area, but can we make the same area every night, not change it up like it does? Because it seemed like it was changing so much to me.
I will say this too. This makes you want to go to the drivers' meetings every night, every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then, like I said, though, man, if say you're coming in off of qualifying off of 2, but under heat races you're coming in off of 4, a driver's got so much going on in his mind at that point, and they're still going at it in 1 and 2 after they take the checker flag most of the time, because they're still trying to see how their car is handling it at that point. So I mean, I get it's a safety issue. You want them to exit the track at a certain place. That's fine and dandy. Can we just be consistent with it and not kind of change it up? Because they're already thinking about so much in their minds.
That's a question for Tyler Bachman. We need to get him on here.
And I'm not saying nothing negative. I just, can we kind of get a little bit consistent when it comes to that?
Yeah,
agree.
Yeah,
because you hate to see a guy tear up his car just trying to make it into the pits.
Yeah.
We can't have, these cars are expensive enough as it is. You don't have no time in between hot laps, qualifying, and heat races to begin with. It looks like a lot of time on TV. When you're working on that car, you ain't got but 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes is quick.
And 10 minutes goes by really quick. It feels like a minute and a half. So that's kind of a little question to me right there. So but all in all, Speedweeks was good. Now we get to the regular part of the season, so now we're going to find out who goes to the Outlaws, who goes to the Lucas.
Well, like I said, I broke some news earlier. So according to my race pass, I'll say it one more time. According to my race pass, one driver gone from Lucas Oil to the World of Outlaws, but on his personal website, he still has a Lucas Oil schedule. So,
well, let me ask you this: is that the number of that car below 20?
Below 20?
Is it below 20?
Low, yeah, way below 20.
Okay.
Way below 20.
All right. Okay.
Breaking news.
Breaking news right here. Ripping the lip. That's what we're good at.
So, like I said, man, everybody go like, comment, subscribe to us. Answer the first person that gets that trivia question back. What engine did Donald McIntosh run at Eldora? Gets a signed autograph Eldora item and a Racing Jason koozie. Y'all make sure to go check out Jason's website, get all his merch. You got hats, he's got shirts, he's got hoodies, he's got koozies. If Brian will stand up real quick, we're in the process.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Check out this shirt.
We got some ripping the lip shirts that we will
Look at that. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, we will have these shirts out here soon. So y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all keep watching us, man, and we appreciate us. Go check us out on X as well. We also have a TikTok. Y'all good. We're very friendly. If you see us at the track, man, even if I'm busting my butt, just yell out my name, Smoke. I'm gonna throw your hand up in the air at least. And if I'm not busy, come talk to me. So
All right.
look forward to seeing everybody at the tracks. Jason's next race is gonna be Swainsboro for Schaefer's Oil Nationals.
I'll be at the toilet
Brian will
bowl.
be at Clarksville next week, or that's this weekend, right?
That's this coming weekend. Yeah. Yep. This weekend,
So-
Friday, Saturday.
So y'all check out Brian at Clarksville, and come check us out at the 79 pit anytime at a Lucas race, possibly Swainsboro, Cherokee. But we appreciate everybody. Jason, you go ahead and say your famous words.
Y'all be good. Later.
Later.